So I wanted to share just a quick mention about brushes. I have several here that are, most of these are from one set, another Artist Loft bargain brand set. They're some different shapes, and this one is a nice big flat wash brush, so I can get a lot of water on the page quickly when I'm doing a wet on wet technique and I want the whole page wet. This is what I'm going to use, or if I'm doing a large area of color, I'm going to do it because it'll be a lot quicker. These either the angled or the flat brushes can actually get you quite a crisp line across the page if you keep it at an angle and just draw it across your page. Let me show you. So if you stay at an angle and you just pull across the bristles, you can actually get quite a nice crisp line with that. Same with the angled brush. You don't want to ever use your brushes straight up and down. You want to go back and forth across the page with the bristles all flat or drawn to the side like I just did. What you don't want to do, which I've got this older kids brush, is do this kind of a thing with your paintbrush to put it on, unless you're want that splatter effect and you're going to use an old brush that you don't really care about. This is the way little kids paint, and pretty soon their brushes look pretty messy. So we're just going to do what we can to keep our brushes in good shape. This is sort of a tapered tip. It's very flat, but it's tapered at the end, and this makes doing striping easy. It tends to not have your stripes spread wider and wider and wider as you go. Keeps it a very even, and you can actually do really quite narrow stripes with this too if you turn it the other way. Kind of shaky there. This is a round tip brush, and they come in very different sizes. This is a size 4, and I've been using it a lot, so it's getting a little less of a sharp tip on it, but it works just like the watercolor brush markers in that you can use it for lettering. So I'll show you that really quick. Again, this is probably a whole nother tutorial. So you can see as the pigment sort of leaves the paintbrush, it's getting fainter and fainter, so I'd really need to be dipping it often if I was wanting to keep it all a dark color. This little brush is just a fine detail brush for dotting your I's or crossing your T's, maybe putting a dot eyes on something you've drawn, or just getting into a really tight little space like between leaves or something like that. So it's just helpful to have. This is my Pentel water brush, and it actually comes with a lid that seals, so you can carry this full of water in your bag and it's not going to leak everywhere. This reservoir handle, you can just fill it with tap water, and then it has this little valve here in the middle where the water can only go out and the paint can't go back up into here. Now, I imagine you could load this with paint and just use it with paint. There are liquid watercolors that come in bottles that are more almost like an India ink that I bet you could put in here. I don't intend to use it that way because I'm not sure I would be satisfied with how clean I got it afterwards, but I really do like it for travel watercoloring because I can take the water with me wherever I go, and I'll show you a little bit how this works. So you can either put color on a palette, and I've just got a little piece of plastic here with some watercolor paint on it, and you can touch the tip in there and use it. I don't know, this bird gets to be purple. Sure, in real life that looks like a kiwi or something. I'm sure in real life they're not purple. And when you want to clean the brush to change colors, you're just going to scribble on your piece of scrap paper until the water runs clear. And you can just kind of give it a little bit of a squeeze to get all the paint out and to flush some water through the tip. And then with just water on the tip, I can draw some of that color and fill in the middle of my bird without adding more pigment. I can also go straight from the pans with this, dip it in, get a little on there, and color that way. Again, the longer I use it, pigment will fade. And I can just give it a squeeze until the water runs clear and change colors.